So I know you beat yourself every now and then asking yourself, why is it that I'm always arguing with my partner? We are going to be good 2 days. On the third day, we're going to have this problem. We are going to be good 1 week. The following week, there's going to be all these problems and all this noise going and all these arguments and stuff like that. And mostly you have a general inclination to think that the problem is actually your partner, because we all think we're perfect, right? We all have very little bad to say about ourselves. So your assumption is that the problem is obviously your partner. Your partner could be a problem and you could be right. But do you think that every time there is such kind of conflict between the two of you, especially if you have it so often, do you think the only thing that you do is react to what your partner does and you do not play a role in starting this up or in causing these problems or in having these challenges going? Do you think the only thing that you do is react to what your partner does? Because I know people always say, people always look at how you react without thinking about what they did in order to make you react that way. Yeah, that could be true. But what role do you play? What role do you play? It's difficult to speak bad about yourself, but the truth is there is a role that you play that actually makes the situation escalate. If you look at the critical situation, you ask yourself a very honest question. If I am in this relationship, if I'm experiencing these kind of problems, if I am part of these kind of problems, what kind of a quality person am I? Because if you want a high quality relationship, you must be a high quality person. And you must also attach yourself to high quality people. You can't want a high quality relationship with somebody that has low caliber in values, somebody that has low calibers in principle, someone that has low caliber in behavior, someone that has low caliber and low value in how they handle themselves and how they go about themselves. The problem is not the person that you're with. The problem is you that chose the person. So if you choose to stay in a situation where you realize that this is a situation where a person is bringing me this low quality relationship, you have played a role. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, what role do I play in this confusion every time that we have it? The first thing that you must look at is you need to introspect yourself very critically as well as very honestly, where you tell yourself, let me look at myself and see what kind of role I play in having these kind of challenges. The most important thing that you need to look at is how do I interpret the statements that come from my partner. When my partner says one thing, what's the first thing that I hear? Because every time somebody says something, whether what they say is right or wrong, you only have two reactions to it. Your reaction is either going to be chaotic or it's going to be to want to bring order. So it's going to be one or the other. It's never going to be both. Every time a statement comes from your partner, your interpretation is in what sense? Do you interpret it in the sense that you fight, or do you interpret it in the sense that you flight, or do you interpret it in the sense that you defend yourself? Because naturally there are people, and I have discovered that naturally there are people who just have a proclivity towards chaos. Anything that happens, they look at it chaotic. Whatever happens, when somebody says something, they want to get the chaos out of what they said so they can have something that they need to fight about. There are people who just have just a natural inclination to just want to fight. Why? Because they have grown up defending themselves. They have grown up thinking that every time there's a conflict, it must lead to a fight, and that every time there's a conflict, somebody must win. There are people who naturally feed off chaos. That's why you need to know yourself. Do you feed off chaos? Does your partner feed off chaos? You need to know yourself. You need to know the kind of person that you are. If you are honest with yourself and you have a scenario where somebody says something, and the first thing that you're going to think about is what are they trying to tell me? So how do they what kind of person do they think I am? So they want to intimidate me. So they want to say this so that I can feel a certain way. If that's your interpretation, then there is a problem. And there are people who are naturally just positive about things. Somebody could literally write a note by the door and tell them, or on the bed, get that note, probably stick it on the TV somewhere or on the fridge somewhere, and tell them, you know what, I think this thing isn't working. I'm out of this place. One person will come over and will look at that and is going to think, well, looks like our relationship ain't working and she wants out, or it looks like our relationship ain't working and he wants to go. What can I do? He wants to go. If he wants to go, let him go. If she wants to go, let her go. I'm not gonna force anybody to whatever. And you go on about your energy, saying a lot of different things. Why? Because of what you read. Another person can wake up and look at the same thing that somebody wrote and stuck on the fridge and says, and opens the fridge, looks around the fridge and wonders and tells themselves, well, it looks to me like the fridge is just working fine. So I don't know what she meant when she says this thing is not working all right. Why? Because you have two different perceptions. So when you're looking at how this ensues, this conflict of yours ensues, you ask yourself, what role do I play? How do I contribute? When somebody says something to me, how do I interpret it? What is my initial interpretation? Am I looking for a fight? Am I looking for something chaotic out of that statement? That's why people always say, you misunderstood what I said. Why? Because everybody has a mind to interpret what was said to them, whichever way they feel comfortable. And that's why it's important for you to analyze whatever it is that is said. And it's important for you to understand, first of all, what was said about me. And this statement that my partner made, was it supposed to attack me? Was it supposed to bring a solution? Was it supposed to help me? Did he say or she say what they said in love, or did they say to attack me? If you know and you study yourself and you understand that your natural inclination is to fight, you need to start learning to take yourself down, to calm yourself down. Tell yourself, look, before I make conclusions, before I arrive to the conclusion that the reason why this is happening is because he's saying this so that he can attack me in this area, or he's saying this so that he can treat me this way, or I can feel this way about this situation. The first thing you need to know is to tell yourself, look, naturally I'm going to think this is what he wants, or this is what she's thinking. Naturally, because this is who I am, especially when you understand yourself. This is who I am, and when a statement like this is made, my initial thinking is that this person is trying to attack my integrity, this person is trying to attack my values, and because of that, I'm going to fight back. Once you realize this, it's going to help you tone down and first of all think rationally before you actually make your conclusion. Now you're going to tell yourself, no, maybe that's not what they meant. Let me understand this from their point of view. Let me understand this from a different angle. I know I've always understood things from my point of view. Can I try to understand this from their point of view? Maybe when they made that statement, they didn't mean to devalue me. Maybe when they said what they said, they didn't mean to emasculate me. Maybe it's just my interpretation because of my insecurities, because of my proclivity towards the chaos and wanting to defend myself every time something happens. Maybe this is why I'm interpreting things like this. And when you start looking at issues from that point of view, by first of all beginning to know yourself in a conflict, know who you are in the conflict. What kind of a fighter are you? What kind of a person are you? When you begin to understand the kind of a person that you are before you insist on wanting someone to change for you, understanding someone differently, when you get to a point when you understand where you understand yourself, then you begin to realize that when we have this fight or when this happens, I need to know exactly how I'm going to handle myself before I start thinking about handling the other person and what they say.